Growing up without our parents was a rough experience, but the worst happened when my brother got into drugs.
He spent all our savings to purchase drugs.
Isolated himself from his family members, and spent most of his time with his friends.
I did high as I did like this.
He got into many drugs from pills to weed, syrup, and he injected himself. He became very violent and got into trouble. He spent days outside without coming home. The drugs began to eat him gradually. It was painful seeing him lose his mind, but it was more painful when we lost him forever. Stay safe, don't do drugs. This is Narco Tales.
Hello and welcome to Narco Tales, the show where we uncover the raw and real stories of those who have battled substance dependence and found their path to redemption. My name is Netta Wedozie, your host on this transformative journey. Our guest today shares his raw and honest story on substance dependence. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. No tension whatsoever.
No, fine.
Okay, please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay, my name is Maman Abubakar.
What first led you to experiment with substances, or were there any initial influences or moments that triggered your first curiosity, your initial curiosity?
Yes, thank you for the question. From your question, I could deduce something, experiment.
Yeah.
I was actually experimenting. It wasn't here in Nigeria, it was in Benin Republic.
Okay.
I used to bring cars in. I have a car stand. So I used to bring cars from Benin Republic to Nigeria. So we actually don't use the normal route. We smuggle these cars. So it takes us 3 to 4 days to get to Nigeria because we have to pass through the back road.
Okay.
And so most times we will tend to leave Benin Republic, say 1 a.m. at night. And there's a 4-day journey, day and night, for you to get to Nigeria. And you are always on the run because it's illegal. You're running from customs, you're running from police, you're running from bandits and every other person. So most of the times it's a thing of time, race of time. The quicker you get here, the better for you. So when I leave, sometimes, say maybe I leave 1 a.m. when every car leaves Cotonou. By the next day, say 10, 11 a.m., I'm sleepy. I just try to park and I try to sleep. But I noticed my friends, they don't sleep. They always, in fact, in the next day, they're already at the border in the Niger Republic. So I was always curious. I was like, how do you guys do this thing? I sleep here and you guys, when I call, the next thing, I've been already in the border. The next thing, I'm in Nigeria. So how did you do it? So one day, I think we were in Cotonou together. I just finished taking my car to, it's called an escort house,
Okay.
where you keep the cars before we leave. I'm like, okay, let me go back to my friend's hotel and see if I would all move together to the park. So we'll drive. And when I entered, I met them, they were smoking. I had no idea what it was. It was a white substance and a tube-like thing. So they were all dragging. I was like, what's this? I was curious. I've never seen it before. What's this? I was like, apparently they were hiding from me. But then they were like, my dear, this is the thing we take for us that keeps us awake all through the night. And that was what I was interested in. I never knew what it was. I was like, as far as to keep me awake, I'm fine. Yes, I just wanted to try. I was like, okay, fine, let me try. Someone was like, are you sure you want to try this? I said, sure, it will keep me awake now. I'm like, yes. I'm like, no problem. And I had the first drag. It was crack cocaine. Yes, I had the first hit. Trust me, the euphoria I got was out of this world. And it was really, 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 really exciting because I had this feeling, this joy I've never seen in my entire life. Coupled with the joy, I was like, okay, it's not bad. So I wanted to see where the non-sleeping will come from. I could assure you, without mixing my words, I was the first to get to Nigeria. amongst all of us, where they had to stop because they stopped in Niger Republic to take a nap for like say 31 hours.
Okay.
I did not stop. I kept going. And a journey of 3 days I completed. I could remember the first day I was in Abuja. I left on a Friday and I was in Abuja on a Saturday, on a Sunday at around 5 a.m. I was already in Abuja. That was extremely fast. The thing kept me awake all through. And I was like, wow. And you know, the thing is, the quicker you come back, the more orders you get. So you quickly come, drop, go back.
Take another car.
Voila. So I was like, well, this is good. So when I dropped the first car, I went back and I went into heavy usage because I did not know it had a side effect. All I was interested in is making money, taking the cars there, taking my drug, not sleeping, and I was very fast. I was bringing cars in. I was making, in fact, I do it twice a week. So there, I made a lot of money, and I think I opened then, and I was working under someone then.
Okay.
But when I started using it, I was so energetic. I was so good. I was very good at driving. So I made a lot of money. I had a lot of orders. I had orders piling. I'm bringing this car. I'm going back for the next. I'm bringing this car. I could do that. And I opened the car shop. Less than a year, I had my own personal car shop. I think that was how I started.
Okay, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll dive deeper into Abubakar's substance dependence. Stay with us.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
Welcome back to Narco Tales. We're continuing our conversation as our guest shares his journey into substance dependence. Let's get back into it. What was the turning point that led you down the path of substance dependence?
Okay. Like I said earlier, I made a lot of money from the car business, and I opened my own car shop. So at that point, I had boys now going to bring the cars for me from Cotonou. So I wasn't driving again. I had to just sit in the car stand here in Abuja. But that was when it dawned on me that I was really trading with a very dangerous drug.
Okay.
Because as at that point, craving started coming in. Because I wasn't traveling again, and I needed to use the drug for something. Then I started having the craving, and I had no idea where they sell it in Abuja. Because I first tried it in Benin Republic. And so I started trying to call my people, my friends in
The ones
Benin.
that introduced you to it?
Yes. I tried calling him, and he was in Benin. When I spoke to him, I was like, how can I get that thing? I was like, you're not coming here again now, so what do you need it for? Like, man, I just need it. Like, okay, that it's not something they could transport from there. It's an very illegal drug. Do you know, as in, I never even knew the name. It was when I got to Nigeria, like, it's cocaine. I was like, is it cocaine? Like, yes, now. Well, I said, cocaine, it's powder. It was like, that's the rock from. That was when it dawned on me that I was actually taking cocaine. I had no idea. They just told me it's one white thing. And I just kept smoking. So when I actually wanted to buy, like, it's cocaine, I was like, so then I was having intense craving. So how will I go and which shop will I enter and say I want to buy cocaine?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, fine. How do we do it? How do I get it in Abuja? So like, he stays in Kano. So like, okay, let him see. You know this drug thing, you always have someone that knows someone around.
True.
So like, let him try and call someone in Abuja and see. And he made a call and was like, do I know Area 1? I was like, yeah, sure, I know that. He was like, okay. Sent me a number and go there, just call this person and they would give you what you want. And I was like, fine. And I called the guy. At first, I was in my car shop when I called him. I was like, someone gave me a number. He was like, yes, he's called him. I was like, okay, I need so and so. And he came with it and he drove down to my car shop and I paid him. And I was now taking it inside the office. Just to now it wasn't for the job. It was now to kill my craving.
Okay.
So I was taking it. I little did I know I was really going deep into dependency. So I kept taking it, and it's really it's capital intensive. It takes a lot of money. At the point, I wasn't staying in the car shop again. I started meeting friends that were doing drugs, the same crack cocaine. So what I do is I just come to the car shop in the morning, talk to my secretary, and tell her handle the shop, I'm coming. So I started going to the hotel with friends with users, and I actually pay for everybody. We can maybe say 5 of us. I pay for different rooms and I pay for the drug. And it's funny because you see, crack cocaine has no satisfaction. It just gives you an euphoria for say 1 to 2 minutes, and you need more. You keep needing. So you have no limit. You just keep smoking. It's not like let me say like alcohol that you can drink to an extent that okay, you can't just take anything. At the point I had to get the dealer a room in the hotel. He's just permanent because waiting for him to start coming became trouble for me. So I thought, you know what, just stay here. And I buy a gram for say 30,000 and I pay for 6 people. So you could do the maths. And yes, and that's just for 1 gram for everybody. And we do say on an average before the next morning, I could do like 5 gram alone. So every other person could do the same. Sometimes with hotel bills, drug, for 2-3 days, I spend up to $1 million. When I started running out of cash, that's where my problem now started. I just called the secretary in the car stand. I call a friend. I have this car in the car stand. I want to sell it for a cheap price. Would you buy? And he was like, yes. Let him go and see it. And they will just go. I'm not in the picture. I'm like, if it's a car for like, say, 5 million, I was like, okay, just give me 3 million. I think at first they were like, quickly they will pay. So, you know, one thing about drug is, you think nobody knows, you that is in drug, you think nobody knows what's happening, but everybody actually knows what's happening. When they see your action, your mood, everything changes, yes. And my friends started understanding that, okay, this guy is into something. This is the best time to take advantage of him. I started selling my own personal cars in the car stand because I had up to 40 to 50 cars there, but all weren't mine. People bring their cars to trust you just to keep it there for you to sell and give them their money. So after I finish selling mine, sometimes I leave Abuja. I go to Kaduna to take the fun to another level.
And for every state that you go, you find dealers.
Of course, that's why I tell you, before I leave, I would ask the dealer, do you know somebody? I only go to a state they have a connection to somebody that has that drug. Because we were all scared to travel with it. I practically could not live without it. It was like my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner. So I'm waking up, I need the drug. In the lunchtime, I need drug. And you don't eat. So it will tells in your physical appearance.
Was it just crack cocaine or there were other?
Yes, it was just crack cocaine. Like I said, I experimented. I wasn't doing drugs before. I've never had any experience with drug. I've never had any experience with anybody doing drugs. I was just a good businessman. But what led me into it, because I just thought it was something I could use not to sleep. If I knew it was cocaine the day I tried it, I wouldn't have, because I knew what it was. But I have not even seen it. And you know this thing, when friends know, okay, you can buy them drug, they bring themselves close to you. And I kept buying. So one day, I told my secretary, could you please, I have a Honda Accord in the car stand, ask somebody to come and buy it. I'm like, oh God, you don't have a car again. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, okay, your cars, your personal cars were 10. You sold them just in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, wow.
In 2 weeks, you sold your cars completely. I'm like, no, I have a Honda. Like, Oga, she sent me receipts of every transaction. Like, okay. Now I had anxiety. I was shaking. I needed to take. Like, you know what? There's a blue Mercedes there. Sell it. She was working on orders. She knew, she had no idea what was happening. But I just said, I sent them. I was telling her I was trying to buy some cars where I am coming from. So that wasn't my car. That was for an army general. And I was like, sell it. And they were like, okay. Yes, I would not forget.
Crazy.
One, at that point, trust me, you would want to do, you just need to keep anything to keep you high.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't have money, but I think what I have is 1.5. I don't know for what, not 3 million. But I thought she just off this phone. I called back, like, do you have the 1.5 cash? Like, yes, I had it. I sent it. And somehow somebody stories started flying. I think he's on drugs, blah, 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 blah. And quickly, I would now take Mr. C's car, I would sell it, try and pay Mr. A to solve that problem. Immediately I'm selling, you know when God wants to deal with you. Immediately I'm paying Mr. A off. That's when Mr. B will now come today. You're not selling my car. Like, okay, they took it to show a customer. I'll sell Mr. C's own and pay Mr. C will come. People that don't come. So I could not now handle the problem. It was now not a new thing that he was on drugs. So this person arrested me as they're bailing me, and that person is arresting me. That was how the ones that are now heard came, picked their cars from their car stand, and they took it. I was completely now broke. So I now left civilization and I went to where the dealers, they sell those drugs inside the bush. I was now living there. Trust me, it's not a place you want to go.
Thank you very much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you so much.
But Abubakar's journey is far from over. Tune in next week as he shares the devastating impact of his actions and his path to recovery. My name is Netta. I'll see you next week.
Indeed, we do. We work with a number of these individuals because we know quite a lot of questions have been asked about some of them getting involved or even glamorizing or glorifying substance abuse on social media. To counter this, we have also gone out to encourage some of them individually and collectively to come out with the right message, with the right information that would sensitize and help our young people rather than those contents that their counterparts or their colleagues post on their handles that mislead quite a lot of our young people. We do all of those partnerships and relationships with some of these people, but then it's an ongoing effort.
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Don't try it though. He go choke you up. He go steal your sunshine, he go shock you up. He don't kill him any youth from my area, even for your area. When you start it to stop, it not go easy. As you dey drag him go, he dey drag you down. Water come out from my eyes, oh, when I remember all the guys, oh, where many of them kiki bucket, oh, some cut to socket, oh, make we don't forget, oh, no they talk it, oh, say, don't do drugs, rock up you see body, oh, don't do drugs, don't go wound your busy body, don't do drugs, if you die you go sad, oh, oh yeah, help me tell somebody. Say, rock up, you see body, oh, body, oh, body, oh.
This message is brought to you by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA.